Good morning everyone. Welcome to Bestie, best place to spill the tea.
Woo!
Okay guys, let me introduce myself first. My name is Shakira, and in this section, I will be your host for the next maybe 20 minutes or more. Yeah, we never know. And if you guys know, I will be accompanied by my friend Jeslyne.
Woo!
Hi
As our
guys.
speaker.
My name is Jeslyne. Hello.
This podcast will talk about a lot of things, but for today we will talk about an interesting topic. If you guys are curious, please stay with us until the end of this podcast. Okay, let's go back to the topic, Jeslyne. First thing first, I want to know how are you today? You good?
Actually, if you're asking about the honest answer, maybe a little bit no, because there's a lot of things happens in my mind, especially of course the college daily life when you feel like there's a lot of assignments, there are a lot of like deadlines. It's really make you feel tired, right? Because
Yes.
like there's a lot of pressure when you think about it.
Okay, but I want to know, do you have a lot of money right now?
Are you trying to trigger me with talking about money?
Yes, of course.
Okay, to be honest, actually my mom already transferred me a few money, but you know, as teenagers, money is kind of like try, what is called like it's not easy to manage, right?
Oh,
Especially
yes,
when
yes.
you're a teenage and you live far away from your family. That's why you have to like manage it. And then if you still have money, but when you feel like still teenage, you really want to buy something that I know it's not really useful, but
Yes.
as teenager, especially when we're stressed or when we feel tired, we really want to spend all of money just because self reward.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's really hard to manage the money, and especially the things that we don't really want to like cook by ourselves just because we feel tired or too lazy to search some groceries to cook by yourself. That's why we really want to choose that. Okay, just let anyone cook it back for ourselves, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's-
talking about money, I relate with your statement before, but I can when I go to the mall and I see the cutest things
Okay.
and I want to buy it.
Yeah.
Like that's a wasteful
Yeah.
culture, right?
Yeah. But you call it self reward when you stress.
Yes,
That's why.
Of course. Talking about money, we are in the transition between offline learning and online learning, right? And what is your point of view in this situation?
Okay, for a point of view between the transition of online on offline learning, I think it's really different. Especially, I live far away from my family right now because of offline college. That's why when I'm in online class, my parents just like they provide all my needs, and I don't really need to think about it. Like my parents just gonna provide anything. Oh, you hungry? We make this for you. You hungry? Or we just sometimes in online class we don't really need to go somewhere or we need to spend our money for transportation, right? Just we
Yes.
need to only lay down in our bed, then listening to the lectures, and sometimes we fell asleep when the lecturer is speaking. That's why the difference. I think the assignments is different too, because when I feel in offline, the assignments just like it's too much, and the deadline especially because I think even until every courses given the assignments and the deadline. That's why that's the difference, and it's more pressure when you feel it's in offline class, especially maybe because the culture shock.
Okay. Do you remember when we had in a second semester, we had a hybrid class and we choose to join the on-site class rather than join the online class. And after 1 week we do the offline learning. We had a COVID, right?
Yeah.
And
Most of
at
our
that time
I remember that.
we are in the boarding house with that situation. That's very terrible for me and for us.
Yeah, for us especially. Yeah, I remember that time that actually I don't really choose on-site class because I feel lazy. That's why I really choose online class. Even I already in Jogja, but I heard about that accident because when the accident came, I'm beside that people that time. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
And I remember that Angel called me that are you okay, real okay, because you're the one who beside that person when that person feels sick. But in the end, you guys that got the coffee, right?
Yes. And when you feel stressed at the boarding house, what did you do?
Actually, when I'm boarding house, it's kind of hard because I rarely just when there's no assignment or busy time, I spend my time with hibernation because I really like to sleep.
That's very, very the characteristic of you.
Yeah,
that
I know.
Jeslyne and hibernation.
Yeah, because all of our friends, of course, know about that, right? That's
Yes.
why I just sleep. But after we start this new semester and there's a lot of busy things that we need to do, I can choose that way. So I rather just like maybe take time for myself, doing something I like listening to music or watching all my series, like you know the Tudors. If you guys watch it, especially Euphoria.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and I think all of our friends do that things too. Like we do the me time, like ride around the Jogja and maybe shopping. Like I think I had experience when I'm stressed. I go to I don't know. I just go.
Yeah, spending your time like night ride.
Yes,
with
yes.
your motorcycle. Yeah, that's my dream actually because the problem is I cannot riding the motorcycle.
Yes. Okay.
I like that.
But how do you feel after doing that? Did your stress go away or it just make you calm for a while?
Actually, I think not only me feels that way because it's not really calm yourself. Maybe just a few seconds, but you know that there's a meme that talking about a few 5 minutes after we stress, then I do this thing, I do that thing. So that's why I think it's not really make you calm.
Okay. And Jeslyne, did you hear the news that some teenagers that have stress or depressed choose to end their life?
Okay.
And I'm really sorry to hear that, and I want to give my sincerest condolence to them and to their family. But I want to know what your opinion about that.
So my point of view of that is I've heard about that news, especially I heard that the news is the victims is still teenagers, and I think there are still like new students in here just came from I don't know where their place is, but just came to this place, and I think that's really terrible. That's because that things is the worst thing of like in your depressed or stress phase. That's why we need to aware of our environment, our society because of mental health. Because mental health is just same. It's an important thing that we need to talk about because it just seems like a physical health. That's why we cannot be like I don't really care what you say. I don't really care about you're just too dramatic or something like that because we don't know what they have been through, right?
Yes.
So this news I think can be our new learning. I mean like new lesson for us that it's important. Then I hope that this case never happen again, especially near us.
Okay, you say that we should share our experience or our problem to anyone, but I have experienced that in senior high school I share my problem, my secret problem with my best friend, one of my best friend, and she gave me a good advice and I trust her. But after 1 week I think my other friends know that secret problem. So I think I feel betrayed by her and I don't trust anyone again from that.
I've heard about that experience because I have experienced the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially that time has happened when I have my best friend. We already like together for like from elementary school, but suddenly I don't know why she left me, didn't say anything. That's why I cannot like trust people. Maybe like kind of trust issues. That's why it's hard for me to actually share to other people. So that's why when I have a problem, I rather just choose to stay silent, maybe, or just like, ah, just I don't care again about that.
And some people told us to, can you share to your problem to your family? And I think that's a worst thing, like, right? And when we share our problem to our family, like, I feel that they can they they have to say like, oh, you just not religious, like
yeah,
that, right?
Yeah, that's the worst thing of they just gonna say like you're too dramatic. You're just not far. You're just far away from your God. You just like lack of like worship. Actually, in the dark ways, I rather gonna say that if you really want me to close with God, I really want to beside Him. That's the
Yes.
dark jokes, right? Okay, so
And
that's
talking about the problem in teenagers' life, did you realize that most of the students choose to make an appointment with a psychologist, then share their problem, rather than they sharing with their close people? Like, we know that dealing with psychologists is complicated and expensive, right?
Yeah, because I'm the one who just like make an appointment with the psychiatrist
Okay.
actually. Psychiatrist, yeah, it's kind of like that. Actually, I've consumed a few medicine too, but it's really different. They always say that, because I did it in the online like consultation. That's why it's really different from offline. And the reason why they choose to come to the professional is because I think they have trauma or their bad experience to share with their closest friends, especially like friends or family. But if you're talking about partner, you cannot ask me because
Okay.
do not trigger my love life.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
I never experienced that way. So I have experience of telling my problem with my family actually, but they replay with something that making my mental health is getting worse. That's why I never believe them again to share
Okay.
my problem. That's why I rather choose to the professional. But and do you even know that there's I think like a rumor if even professionals sometimes cannot like respond to your problem perfectly or problem with your
Yes.
kindly because there is a professional that say that you're too dramatic. I mean they're professional but why they did the same things as like someone that never know or didn't really learn about the mental health. That's why I think because of trauma or the bad experience when they should sharing their problems.
Hmm. And you said that you do the consultation online, right?
Yeah.
And I think the consultation is better when you do offline, like
Yeah.
face-to-face consultation, right? So the psychologist can give you affirmation and
A real suggestion.
yeah, real suggestion, and maybe she can hug you when you share your
that.
your your sad story. Right.
But I think the problem is when I want to try the offline consultation is the money. I'm scared that my parents will know what I'm using my money for, right? That's why. But my friends sometimes suggest me that you can just be BPJS, but I think that's still hard because I didn't hold my BPJS because it's still on my parents. That's why I rather choose in online and sometimes. Yeah, just because of the how we need to the appointment and how to pay it, it's kind of hard. And yeah, you're right. It's expensive even in online consultation too because of the medicine, right? If
Yes.
someone had to do constant the medicine, it's really expensive.
Okay. So we have to prioritize our education to support our future, right? But education must be accompanied by always paying attention to our mental health,
Yeah.
because that's two things are very important in our life, right? So I want to know have you ever experienced the same thing, guys? Or do you have another experience?
I think yeah.
Please share it down below, okay? Remember, guys, that you better share your problem rather than keep it by yourself. And you're precious, guys.
But yeah, it's someone you believe to, and not only all our close people can be someone that really can share, because we have the same experience, right?
Yes.
I think I've share about this mental health things in versus education with one of our course, and of course the lecturers agree with that, right?
Yes.
I think we can have need maybe few times to share with our friends in the courses when the class process is just beginning. We can share, so I think it can it can reduce. I mean, more. Yeah, we can help our friends just because we need to hear their problem.
Yes.
by
And
hearing.
if you guys don't have someone that you trust, you can share it in the comment section with anonymous account, so we can read your experience or your problem without knowing who you are, guys. And this is the end of this podcast, guys. Thank you very much, Jeslyne, for today.
Yeah,
you
thank
give
you.
you give your time, you give your energy, and you share your precious experience. You are not alone, Jeslyne. Please remember that.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you very much for the audience.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. See you on the next episode if we had a change,
Yeah,
right?
if we can meet again.
Goodbye.
Okay,